Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Inmate to Roommate Season 2, Episode 4. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, we're down here with Devin. Now, mind you, Devin was coming from Colorado, okay, in this old jalopy. So he's there with this smoking car and still needs to make it to his P.O. He talking about, I just really hope my parole officer understands because, I took pictures and everything. You should have pictured yourself on the road to Texas. Okay, there was no reason that you should have stayed back in Colorado. So now he did give him grace, okay? He called the P.O. The P.O. was like, all right, I'm going to need to see those pictures. This is a one-time only type of deal. Don't let this happen again. He better be glad he got somebody like that. Moving forward. Child, we done unlocked a new character. We meet Emily. Emily lives in Minneapolis. Minneapolis! Every time I hear Minneapolis, I just think about the song from Janet Jackson. Is it Escapades? I think that's the name of it. But anywho, I always think about that. That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But anywho, she's in Minneapolis. She starts telling us that someone stole her social security number and her job doesn't pay very much, enough to sustain how she's living. So she's having an inmate that's a stranger move in with her. You know what? This is a sad reality for so many people. The cost of living is so high, so people resort to almost anything. But baby, I ain't gonna never resort to inmate 56702 from cell block 4. I'm never, honey. Why couldn't you get a traditional roommate? And then the man looks scary. So they show us him, and his name is Jason. And he is very much giving Jason Voorhees, honey. He seems like a scary knight. He's 50. He's been in there for 3.5 years for drug possession and financial fraud. He said that he's had a very extensive rap sheet and he can't live with his mom. And then he admits to being a master manipulator, and he feels like he can persuade her to do anything that he wants her to do. And then he said, I thrive on chaos. She is really setting herself up. I don't know if what she's setting herself up for, but she is definitely setting herself up. She said that he was supposed to live with her friend Cindy, but her daughter moved in. So Cindy connected the two of them so he could help her with her problem. No, ma'am, that is not a friend. Nobody that knows me would say, you know what? I think I'm going to hook that inmate up with Misha. Yeah, because she got an extra room. Hell no. I do not care what's going on. Even production was asking her, why didn't you get a traditional roommate? She said, well, I trust Cindy, and if she trusts Jason, then I will too. I wish to never have this level of trust for anybody other than G.O.D. Baby, I don't trust it, honey. Sometimes I can't trust my own self. So he calls her. And he's telling her that he can't wait to get out so he can get some girls. And she was like, girls, what do you mean? Baby, he been locked up and he wants to get some women's. Okay, that's what he wants. So production wants to know why she would invite a man that committed identity theft into her home when she was a victim of identity theft herself. Baby, things that make you go, Let's see the answer, child. I hate to be mean to you, M. Is it okay if I call you M? Okay, so now that we're friends, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Ma'am, what the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do you have any children? Do you have any family? Why would you let Cindy talk you into taking in this man? She says she doesn't like to even tell people about it because it sounds like she's crazy, and does. Okay, and does. She's like, but I'm just desperate, and desperate people do desperate things that they normally would never do. If you are that desperate, let's maybe pick up a second job or move in with someone that you know. Why can't you, Cindy, and her daughter all move in together? Why would she send this man over here? This is crazy. Child, we are back with Veda and Elisa and Mark. So a producer knocks on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Child, he wants to know what's going on. And Annalisa is telling him that Mark has not been home. He will be out. I don't know how much this show pays, but it is not worth it. He is too disrespectful and he is unable to follow rules. It's like y'all are raising another child. Hell no, he will be on the outside. So the production is calling him because, Mark, where are you? Mark ends up running across the street. He's showing up. Mark said Annalisa said some crazy stuff to him when he said he didn't feel good. He's like, yeah, I woke up sick and she didn't even care and I got to get to the hospital. But where did you come running from? Your little friends probably are the ones that got you sick. Where did you come from? That's what I want to know. Devin, Kathy, and Daniel. So he finally got the car up and running. Child, he is about to drive this car while it's overheating. Now, he did finally make it. Child, Daniel must have been praying for you because by the grace of God, he made it down to Texas. Kathy and Daniel, they greet him. They show him his room and they have him set up pretty nice. I mean, he got a laptop. He got a flat screen. It's like a little mini apartment. He had a full-size refrigerator. Now, unlike Mark, he was very appreciative of it. He said that he loved it and it was nice. But side note, but were those hickeys on Devin's neck? I was looking, I was like, what is that? Is that a prison tat? Or are those hickeys? They look like hickeys to me. Let me find out. He went over there and met that girl. That's why he didn't cut that grass and he was over there getting high. Reminds me of Teen Mom. I don't know if y'all ever watched Teen Mom, but baby, I love me some Teen Mom. And y'all know Janelle's mom, Barbara. Janelle was dating Kiefer and she came out on the porch and saw Kiefer and Janelle sitting there and she was like, hi, hi, hi. You're both high, Janelle. Kiefer, you're high. Baby, I love me some Teen Mom. Oh, honey. Devin, hi, hi, hi. You're high. Child, I can see it all over your face. Jennifer and Cindy. So, baby, this right here is a fool. So they're on their way to go get her things, so she thought. But then Richard has to go to work, so they can't go get her car right away. She was like, Cindy, you knew that. Like, I'm a little bit irritated because we said that the plan was that I was going to go pick up my car. Cindy knew that. What you should not have done is you should not have stopped to eat and get snacks if you knew that Richard had to work. She just does not want Jennifer to be independent and she ain't fooling me. She will piss me off. She will piss me off. Jennifer, you are on lockdown yet again, honey. You went from being locked up on the inside to being locked up on the outside. Emily and Jason. So she's on the way to pick up Jason, right? Jason Voorhees. And she calls Cindy on the way there. It might be something about them Cindys. Baby, them Cindys are something serious on this series right here. If your name is Cindy, no offense to you, but I'm talking about the Cindys on this show. They cannot be trusted. So she's standing outside the jail waiting for Jason to, appear. So he finally emerges. They hug and he's saying that, he's motivated to change his life. Jason, I'm not buying nothing you selling. Okay? Because in the same breath, you sat there and said that you were a master manipulator. It's the first day out and she has to leave him in her house while she goes to work that night. Baby, ain't no way. I'm calling in sick. I'm calling in using PTO. I'm calling in doing something. There is no way that I am going to work and leaving you in my home for the first night. And you steal people's identity too? Next thing you know, you'll be 51-year-old Emily. Hell no. Cindy and Jennifer. So they finally make it to Cindy's house, right? Yeah. Cindy's home needs to be condemned. Cindy, you need to clean that place up. Like, you need to get that place together. I don't even know how you were comfortable showing that on television. Now, Jennifer walked in and she was like, this place is gross. I'm sorry, but it looked gross. And it looked like it wasn't able to be lived in. Oh, child, this is just a mess. When she saw her room, she's like, I just feel so vulnerable, like being at someone else's mercy. I'm used to having my own things. Well, this is why y'all shouldn't commit crimes. Because the thing is, then you have to be at that other people's mercy, whether it be the system or the people that are looking after you. Do the right thing. Because now you have to lay in here in the middle of all of this in Cindy's house. Do the right thing. Her and Cindy are going to have a hard time. Cindy, this place is just gross. Veda, Annalisa, and Mark. So after several hours, Mark shows back up. And of course, Veda was being sweet to him. Very nice. He invited him back in, started complimenting his Jordans. Veda, he was so sweet. But please, we got to lay the law down when it comes to Mark. We can't be sweet to Mark. He don't know how to act. So then he's asking Mark how it went at the hospital. He was like, it was cool. So production said, did you really go to the hospital? He said, absolutely. They said, what did they tell you? He gonna say, they told me to come back another day. Mark, you a lie and the truth ain't in you. You know full dang on well that the ER did not tell you to take a rain check. You probably were running them streets. You got a little lying problem and you ain't fooling me. Okay? Something is not right. So Annalisa comes out asking what hospital he went to. He got smart telling her, don't worry about it. He was sending me over the edge because who are you talking to? The way that I was snap, I can't take too much. And Mark would really send me over the edge. So Annalisa noticed that he had on some new J's. She was like, I know they don't sell Jordans down to the hospital. Child, depending on where you at. But don't buy nothing from them, honey. Because them J's don't be real, honey. But she was like, did you notice those? And Veda was like, yeah, I noticed that he had on new shoes. He had on new Jordans, but he didn't leave with those on. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but he also came back with new clothes on. And where's your hospital bracelet? It's a lie. It's a full-on lie. There was no hospital bracelet, no evidence of said hospital. It's giving a lie. So she's trying to talk to him. He doesn't want to be asked any questions. He does not like Annalisa. Baby, I wouldn't be able to sleep in there with him, honey. I would have to sleep with one eye open. Ain't no telling what he about to do. Absolutely not. So Annalisa was like, well, you know what? If you keep getting smart, then you're going to have to find somewhere else to stay. So Mark started saying, well, this ain't the place for me. No way. Y'all didn't even clean it up. It's definitely poop under the bed. She said, poop under the bed. He said, yeah, it's dog under the bed. So she gets up. She's like, yeah, okay, well, let's go see. Show us. He said, nah, y'all know where to look. Just go in there and look under the bed. Baby, when they went in that room and kneeled down before that bed and looked under that bed and saw that soft serve poop, and that poop greeted them eye to eye, baby, I screamed. I screamed. Annalisa was not expecting that dog under that bed. She was so embarrassed. She said, oh, she looks at Veda. She said, it is there. Why you didn't get that? Nah, baby, don't try to blame Veda. It's both y'all. You could have cleaned up too. What you mean why he didn't get that? So Veda said, it's not that big of a deal. Sir, it definitely is. And I'm sure it reeks in there. You are sweating bullets. It's hot. And Annalisa got on a sweater. Everything looks like it's on top of each other. And there is soft serve dog under the bed. It is that big of a deal. Like, I mean, things happen. Don't get me wrong. But y'all didn't smell that. Y'all came in this house and y'all didn't smell that. That means that you are nose blind to your own living situation. You need to go get yourself some Febreze. La, 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 la. Y'all need some Febreze. Y'all need to get some. Clean that up. Oh, child, this is ridiculous. So Annalisa said to the production, I didn't know it was under there. I hope y'all don't put this on TV. That room is a mess. Ma'am, if it's one thing reality TV is going to do, it's going to expose you. So just because you asked them not to, it's definitely going on camera. Moving forward. Now, she did come out to apologize, and Veda was, up in there pooper scooping. But Mark talking about, it was just the fact that y'all didn't put any effort into it. Like, y'all put me in the room, but y'all had ample time to clean it up. Like, y'all didn't put no effort into nothing. She was like, well, you need to be happy for whatever. Okay, be grateful for whatever you got. I feel you, Annalisa, but nobody wants to sleep on top of dog shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody wants to sleep on top of that. Mark may have done whatever he did to get in there, but you guys offered to keep him in your space, and nobody wants to sleep in a place that stinks and is nasty. Like, nobody. But Mark, if you wanted the best accommodations known to man, honey, you should have went on down to the Four Seasons and get yourself a job. Simple as that. So you don't have to stay here much longer. He was like, yeah, she crazy. So, baby, they fussing. They going back and forth and back. It's going up in the living room. Veda comes out telling them, stop. Ain't nobody moving out. Veda want them to stop all that fussing. Veda, not you laying the law down. Honey, I know that's right. Oh, and let me just say this. When I first got this show, recommended to me, I went ahead and I did the review because I don't know about these people. Please don't come in my comments trying to check me and tell me what to do with my review. You better not be talking about Veda. You better not do too much. Don't do that. I did not know anything about his situation. I'm just learning these people. Y'all know, if y'all been watching me, that I have empathy for others and I'm very compassionate to people's situations. So don't come on here trying to check me, okay? Because you will be blocked. And that's just that on that. Moving forward. Honey, I just had to lay the law down because, like, there's a way that you can say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their backstories. But what I do know is that this is a whole fool. Now, I never said anything personally bad about Veda except I don't like the name. And I don't. That's my personal preference, honey. It ain't nothing he can change. But I didn't say anything bad about him. And so some of the comments, not all, because there were some people that were like, check this out and see what all happened with his health and this and that. And then some people was like, don't do too much. You can't do who you talking to? Baby, this ain't no inmate to roommate situation over here. Okay? Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So anywho, Veda laying down the law, baby. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not about to argue with nobody in the place that I pay bills. Dog poop or no dog poop. If you want to argue, you need to find somewhere else to go. So now he got Veda and Annalisa arguing. So now they're going back and forth and back. So while they're arguing, he goes to make him a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Baby, you will not eat cereal while we're fussing. No, ma'am. Him and his prison braids, they will be on the outside. And Veda is trying to have a heart-to-heart with him. But really and truly, Veda, I think you should have stood by Annalisa. Because no, he cannot just come and go when he pleases. Y'all made a plan. And if he knew that was under the bed, say something. So we can, clean it up and make it to your liking. But something's wrong with him. So he starts telling him that, he's doing everything he needs to do. And he's like, yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Is he? Because all I've seen is disrespect. Maybe Veda is trying a different approach, but the man is ridiculous. Ridiculous and disrespectful. So he's telling Mark that he wants him to be there. And I was like, oh, he likes having someone else around. Because Charlie probably need a break from Annalisa, truth be told. But he likes having him around. And I feel like he's really trying with him. He even asked him, he said, let me get a hug, man. Give me a hug. Maybe he does need somebody to show that they care about him. And that's what Veda is trying to do. So I can see his approach. But when he was asking for a hug, he go, Mark, yeah, nah, I'm good. He said, okay, well, how about a handshake? Aw, I'm sorry. I'm Annalisa. He can get out. You up, baby. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Production, set him up in a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I don't give a damn. Moving forward. Kathy, Daniel, and Devin. So he's been there a full night. It's breakfast time, right? Daniel is telling him the rules of the house. No overnight guests, no profanity, no using while he's there. And they're going to work on their trust. Devin is like, ooh, this too much. So Kathy told him, you have 90 days of rent-free living. Then you need to work on finding your own place. And I actually like that because it gives him some structure and a time frame and something to aspire to. Like, you only have 90 days. You need to save your money. And if you don't like the rules, then that's the incentive for you to be out before the 90 days. So I actually really liked that idea. Now he's worried about breaking the rules. And she said, look, it doesn't really matter. The biggest thing for us is you using, because if you use, it's hard to come back from that. And I feel like they really care about him. I really do. Of all the people who have someone at their home, I think Kathy and Daniel really care about Devin. But we shall see. 9 days out, David and Aaron. Baby, these two right here trip. So they're going kayaking. And as they're driving down the street, Aaron is kind of reminded of selling on those same street corners. He's looking at his old stomping grounds and where he used to do his dirt. So they get to the water, right, to kayak. And David starts telling him how he got into, working with prisoners. So he starts by saying he used to be incredibly racist. Baby, the way in which I would have row your boat gently down the stream backwards. Baby, I would be paddling that kayak back to the dock, the shore, the whatever y'all call it, y'all, whatever it is. I would have been paddling right on back. He said that he was racist like a lot of liberal people are racist. They don't mind black people as long as they aren't in the same space. But Aaron was completely taken aback. He's like, I'm liberal. My parents are like, what are you talking about? David, what are you even saying? I knew I got bad vibes from you. I just knew it. I tried to give you benefit of the doubt. And I was like, well, he's just different. No, something about you ain't right. So Aaron's like, is it white guilt? Is that what this is? He said, no. Aaron said, okay, because I don't want to be a charity case because of your white guilt. So he's asking if his family knew that he lived there. David was like, yeah, I mean, they're cool with you being here. That long pause says otherwise. David, I do not know what you're hiding, but something about this just ain't right. David said he grew up anti-racist, but in the real world, he was operating as a racist. So then Aaron was asking him, are you still racist? He said no. Now, me personally, I would not be comfortable continuing to stay there because I don't know what your motive is. Okay, honey, and you ain't about to make a project out of me. And I'm starting to think when you said, well, he's not as tall as he said he was. It's making me think he's blacker than he said he was. Absolutely not. He did say he still has things to work on, but me personally, I know me, and I would not feel comfortable. Inmate or no inmate. Moving forward. Cindy and Jennifer. So it's the next morning, and Cindy is in here cooking that bacon and fingering that bacon and putting it in that nasty pan with her fingers. Cindy, why are you cooking with your fingers? The utensils are right there. But then again, child, I wouldn't want to eat off those either. Ooh. So she's trying to figure out if Jennifer wants bacon. And she's like, yeah, I'll take some bacon. The smell of bacon will make you do something strange, but I would not want it. Okay, I just wouldn't want it. I just wouldn't want it, honey. Please go. So Cindy starts going over these rules. She wants her to be in by 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Mark, child, you better count your blessings. At least you got 11 o'clock and an escape window. Jennifer is locked in this place and has to be in there by 9 o'clock. She can't have any men overnight for the first 6 months. And if she's going to the store, she needs to ask if Cindy needs anything. Say what now? Okay. Now it is courteous to ask if someone else is in the home. Hey, I'm going to the store. Do you need something? Because even when my dad goes into the gas station, if we're in the car, he'll say like, do y'all want anything out of the gas station? So, okay. But girl, these rules, what is this? So Jennifer's like, I'm used to living by myself. Like, I'm a little iffy about that 9 o'clock thing. So Cindy said, well, this is just to keep you out of trouble. No, it's just to keep her in that house. It's not to keep her out of trouble. Cindy, you are controlling. Then this lady said, well, if you want to stay out past 9, then take me with you. What is this? Baby, this is giving, you can't go to the fair if you don't take your little sister with you. No, I'm not taking you anywhere with me, ma'am. I don't want you tagging along with me. Then I got to load you up. I got to put your scooter in the trunk. Then I have to actually engage with you. I need a break. Jennifer, I don't know what you gonna do, honey, but I'm already annoyed. You got to take your little sister with you. You got to make sure you ask her if she wants anything from the store. You got to be in by 9 o'clock. Are you even an adult? Like, what is this? Jennifer said, well, I mean, we're just roommates. I'm going to need my space. She said, well, you got your own room. Oh, no, honey. Cindy is giving Kathy Bates in misery. There is no way that I will be able to stay with Cindy. Then she says, well, if you don't want a curfew, then you can find somewhere else to stay. Cindy is a creepy lady that wants Jennifer to be her BFF by default, and she's holding room and board over her head. Baby, you're holding her hostage. She doesn't have anywhere else to go, and you know that. So you are implementing these rules and trying to get her to hang out with you just because you don't have anybody else. That's why Richard passed you off to Jennifer. He ain't slick. Richard, you get back here right now. Richard, bring your ass back here right now. You don't have to go to work. You just don't want to be around Cindy, and you ain't fooling me. So Jennifer needed to go outside to take a breather, right? Because it was just too much going on. So she comes back in. She tells Cindy, look, I just want my freedom. Cindy is masking it as her not wanting her to go back to her old ways. Girl, that is not the reason why. She said, well, I just want you to prove it to me. Just prove to me that you can be trusted. But when Cindy leaned that head of hers over to the side and says, does that make sense? I would have gone right back in. Because the way that I would have turned everything over in that nasty house, she's not a 5-year-old. Let me tell you something. If that's something that you do, stop doing that. Because that is so condescending. I hate, and you know what? It usually happens with a David. Okay? They say something to me and then they go, does that make sense? No, it don't make no damn sense. I don't understand what you're saying. Are you speaking English? I don't understand. I can't comprehend. I hate when people say, when they say something and then after they say it, they say, does that make sense? It is so condescending, baby. Please don't ask me if I understand or if it makes sense, because if it didn't make sense, I'm going to say that makes no sense. Like, get it together, Cindy. Moving forward. So Jennifer says, Cindy is acting like my mom, and I already have a mom. She's like, well, your mom she just cares about you, and, you know, she wants you to do the best thing. Like, what about your sons? Would you want your sons to go to jail? Okay, Cindy, you're out of line. You do not need to be bringing up her sons. You already know that that's a soft spot. You've been talking to this lady over the phone, and you know that that's one of the things that she wants to fix. So why are you then sitting here with your sloppy bacon asking her about her sons? Cindy, don't piss me off. Jennifer said, I just feel like I'm smothered, and I don't think this is going to work. Child. And ain't. So then we see a message that says at 10:30 p.m. Daniel and Kathy sent a video message to production. They haven't seen Devin since breakfast. So baby, they sitting there looking in front of the camera. She's like, you want to tell him? He said, yeah, I'll go ahead and tell him. Devin was arrested, and they found needles and powder in his car. Surprise, 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 surprise. I am not surprised at all. I'm not shocked in the slightest, because he looked like he was back on something when he first got there. Devin, how did you not last 24 hours? Who do you know that you're going to get? You probably was just going in there getting high by yourself, child. Ooh, child, that's a fool. And that was the end of the episode. So Devin is back in jail. Mark is faking sick. Veda is picking up the poop. Cindy is holding Jennifer hostage. Somebody needs to check on Jennifer. Richard, you're not at work, okay? And you're not fooling me. Emily, Jason Voorhees is going to get ya. You better make sure ain't no mask in his room, child. And next episode, he's talking about bringing the hookers over or something, child. It's going to be a fool. Y'all come right back. Comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. And I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.